Rex Hunt's fabulous footy flashbacks. Your team's finest moments on video. Flashback to glory. Flashback to heroes. Flashback to the great history-making quarters and legendary highlights from Collingwood.
He's looking from the Kennedy field. Beautiful bit of football.
Collingwood go forward towards Scenario Rocker.
It's a chance though. Brerett's back on.
He wastes no time from 60 metres. It's a sensational goal.
Geelong.
Jarrett gives it back to Duggan. Here's some beautiful football. A lovely hand pass across to Yates. Yates shot passes into the goal square. Wooler will play on. A goal to the catch and the best piece of footy of the day.
I think Dunkley's back on there. Oh, Ambler Frebbing. Ambler! Oh, yes!
West Coast.
Eagles going forward. Oh, is that Gaspar? Yes, it is, and what a great mark.
Can go short, mate. Wearing on his own on centre wing. He's got plenty of time to assess the situation and wait that kick magnificently for Lewis.
Essendon.
Out of Terry Danaher. Oh, round the neck again. At least Buckley stopped him. This could be the dress rehearsal for the grand final of 1981 as Neil Danaher comes in for the kick that could possibly win the game. And he's put it to him. The Bombers have hit the front.
Adelaide.
Holds him up, robs him on, but cleverly. Still Alvin, Tregenza to Wiedemann. Wiedemann short to Smart, to Jarman. They'll love this. Mottler comes in to the goal square. Jarman kicks it to him beautifully. Wonderfully. 11 goals to Mottler.
Melbourne.
Further forward.
Play on. Runs up towards centre half forward. They're trying the short passes, the Demons. Chance for Spalding. At the back, Jackson. Off it goes to Williams. Over the top. Lovell punch for goal and puts it through.
Carlton.
Goes up towards Kernahan. Wonderful use of the body. Goes to Bradley. Then does the shepherding. Bradley's got pace and dash. He goes over the middle. Out towards Kernahan on the half volley. This could result in a goal to Angelo.
St Kilda.
Has found Kevin Roberts. Roberts drives it back towards the centre half forward position. Rowland and Callan, and Rowland at the back.
Tony Lockett has 6 goals, 6. Daniels puts it up towards the goal square. Lockett close!
Rex Hunt's fabulous footy flashbacks.
This edition of Fabulous Footy Flashbacks is one for the Bombers fans. 3 great footy matches that will stretch the memory from the black and white days of Jack Clark and Jeff Leake in the early 60s through to the dominant Bombers of the late 60s, then into the Kevin Sheedy era. We've picked 3 years in which Essendon would play off for the flag and 3 of the most crucial games. The first was played at the MCG on the last Saturday in September 1962. John Coleman was coach of the Bombers and they were the hottest side of the season. Plenty of big names like Clark, Hugh Mitchell and John Burt. This would also be the last game for the gentle giant Jeff Leake. Against them, Carlton, a side that had beaten Melbourne by 2 points in the first semi, drawn the preliminary against Geelong and then won the replay by a kick.
Essendon kicked 3-3 in the third term to Carlton's 2 goals 2. Carlton got within 6 points of them, but at the end of the quarter, Essendon were doing better and had a 20 points margin. Here we go for the final corner. The crowd is screaming as Nichols goes in against Leake, and Nichols doesn't do much good in the ruck, but picks the ball up almost at his feet and boots it onto the half-forward line. Carlton going with the wind to the Richmond goal. In defence, it's Shaw for Essendon, clearing the ball across the half-back line, being chased by Blue and also by Collins. Blue again in front of Collins. He's led him in the race to the ball for most of the day, and Blue kicks the ball to the half-forward line. Up they go for it, and it's a good mark to Beisel, who dropped back on Cox. Cox late on the scene, and Beisel takes the mark cleanly between outstretched hands. Here he is kicking the ball. over the half-forward line. Fraser can't mark this one. It's down on the ground towards Clark. Picked up by Capuano, swinging into play from behind. Capuano kicks the ball across the line. Picked up by Sankey up from the back pocket. Sankey's kick is back into the centre of the ground, and over the top of the packet goes. Chasing it is Gill, number 12. He gathers it in. He gets around a couple of players, and he kicks the ball almost into the goal square. It's going into the full forward pocket. Marked right on the line by Don McKenzie. McKenzie marks the ball right on the line. Last line of defence for Essendon at the Richmond goal.
There's Mackenzie's kick, a punt kick to the half-back line, and the mark is taken for Essendon by Davis. Davis on the half-back flank in front of the outer stand. Davis comes in to take his kick, a drop kick, takes the ball, a good kick up to the centre wing position. Up they go, and a mark to Carlton, and it's Bob Crow, Carlton's half-back flanker, who has taken the mark on the centre wing. Crow with a chance to put the Blues well forward. A drop kick takes the ball right across towards the other half-forward flank. Carroll a long way out from goal. Punches the ball away after he's met by Epis. Here's Epis coming in for Essendon, bouncing the ball once and being tackled, getting his boot to the ball and putting it onto Essendon's half-forward line. Up they go, and it's a mark to Carlton's Graham Anderson. Anderson on the half-back flank, coming in to take his kick for Carlton. The kick comes along the flank position. Capuano goes under the ball, picked up by Nichols. He handballs to kick. Kick gets flattened by Shelton. James takes the ball. Nichols not very happy with Shelton, and Kick is in trouble. He's really hurt.
Don, I'm quite certain that any of us up here were thankful that we didn't cop that. It was a forearm, a beauty, and up the field, Nichols and Shelton are doing a little bit of niggling with each other. Just the free kick has been taken by James.
And there's a mark to Essendon on the last line of defence by Paul Doran. Beautiful mark by Doran. On his mark is Carlton skipper Donaldson, and moving in to take his place is Carroll. There's the kick by Doran, back to the centre wing position. Nichols trying to get into position. Silvani goes up, coming through as Cox. The whistle is gone. The free kick goes to Barclay Cox, holding the man. Cox doesn't waste any time. Bounces the ball once. Short passes further downfield. The mark is taken by James, and James is flattened. Oh, Johnny James is really hurt. He was flattened by Paul Doran coming through. James is getting up to take his kick.
He's a solid player, and he can take plenty of that. This is Johnny James' 20th kick. He's had 6 marks for the match and 3 free kicks, and he's easily been one of Carlton's best.
3 minutes into the final quarter. James' drop kick is not going to get the distance, but it's going to get most of it. Donaldson up in the middle of the pack couldn't grab onto that mark at the second bite. Williams is chasing it. He's Carlton's rover. He's kicked 3 goals. He punches the ball away, but Blue overruns it and takes it. Blue very nearly gets cut. Free kick to Blue. Russell Blue is in the back pocket. On the outer side at the Richmond end. His kick is to the half-back line. The wind is bringing it back. The wind is still blowing towards the Richmond goal. Silvani can't mark, although he's in front. Hugh Mitchell in there hard. James darts away with the ball, but is being brought back. It's a free kick at centre half forward for the Carlton team. And umpire Jack Irving's right on the spot.
It's interesting to note, Tony, that up to date, the Ruxton Rovers have kicked 16-6 in this match, while place forwards have kicked 111.
A ball up on Carlton's half-forward line. Up is Jeff Leake. He misses the knock because he was doing battle with Nichols. He interfered with Nichols, and the big Carlton ruckman gets the free kick on the centre half-forward position for the Blues. Essendon are 10-10-70, 20 points ahead of Carlton, and Carlton need a goal badly here. Here's the kick by Nichols, a low trajectory torpedo punt kick. Up goes Faulkner, he goes over, taken by Doran. Doran, Essendon's fullback, kicks it back again to the half-back line, and the mark is taken for Carlton by Ian Collins on the half-forward flank in front of the outer stand. In comes Collins. Not a good kick, dropping short into the pocket position. Coming through is Shelton, number 10. A left-foot kick by Shelton. Takes the ball along the flank position. Running in is number 14, Blue, and number 19, Collins. But the ball is out of bounds again on the half-forward line for the Blues.
Throw in. Silvani punches it out to Nichols. He's covered by Leake. Punches the ball away. Round the neck.
Well, either that, Tony, or for being held, were not in possession. I think Jeff Leake grabbed him as he went down to pick the ball up. Some of the crowd didn't like it, but I'd say umpire Irving was right once again.
Nichols would need to kick this one better than he did the last just a few seconds ago, and he does. It's a drop kick going right in towards the goal square. Carroll out in front. Jackals for the mark. It's not going to be paid him. Doran has hold of the ball. It's punched forward, taken by Donaldson. He's upheld a decision here. He's held play up. And it looks as though he'll bounce it again. He'll bounce it within 30 yards of goal, with Carlton attacking the Richmond goal. James punches the ball away, held by Mitchell. No holding the man decision. The ball is out of bounds. Still 20 points the difference. It was exactly this at three-quarter time. No score has been added in the 6 minutes we've played since then. Throw in, Leak up in the middle. Over behind Shelton, overruns the ball, picked up by Shaw, backing up nicely. Shaw's kick is wide into the crowd. It's up in row 10. And another throw in the full forward pocket for Carlton, with the Essendon backs playing strongly, shoulder to shoulder, and covering their men. Behind Mitchell. Mitchell kicks the ball back to the half-back line for his side. Cox came in, but missed the ball. Capuano dropped it. Now Clark gets it and punches it to Beisel, and Essendon come forward. They're into attack. The ball on the half-forward line. It's over the half-forward line. Payne getting set for a mark. Payne takes it. Payne is 50 yards from goal. The angle is 25 degrees. It's into the wind, but he'll get the distance. A good, long, strong kick, but just not straight enough, and 1 point instead of 6. Essendon 10-11, 71, at 21 points in front. That's the first score in this quarter. Carlton 7-8, 50, 21 points on.
Peter Barry kicking off. Carlton's fullback, a drop kick right up the centre of the ground. Coming in as Cox to try and mark over Mitchell. Neither player marks it. Picked up by Donaldson. Carlton skipper, he gets it to the centre wing position. Running in as Gill, number 12 for Carlton, being pursued by Epis. Epis bumps into Gill, Shelton in there. Murray kick is number 30. He kicks the ball off the ground across towards James. James coming in. Doran meets him hard. James comes in again. He's tackled by 3 Essendon players. Picked up by Doran, and Doran clears the ball for Essendon back to the half-back line. Up is Capuano, who knocks the ball down to Epis. Epis with a beautiful drop kick, gets the ball to the half-forward line for Essendon. No one can mark it. It's on the ground, taken by Anderson of Carlton. He runs onto his right foot. Short passes across to Bruce Williams from the half-back line. Williams bounces the ball once. A left foot kick by Williams to the half-forward line, looking for Carroll. Carroll flies. The ball knocked away from him. Coming through is Shelton. A lot of weight being used. The stacks on the mill on the Carlton half-forward line, and players becoming a little hot-headed as umpire Jack Irving comes in to board it up.
8 minutes gone in the last quarter of the 1962 Grand Final. Essendon comfortably in front by 21 points, but not that comfortably. Here's Leak going for the knockaway. It's out there towards Davis. Davis is tackled by Greenwood, but gets his kick in first. His kick is to the centre wing on the outer side. They chase it here. Into the players, Varlamov, 32. 19 is Somerville doing the kicking. Somerville kicks the ball onto the half-forward line, taken by Fraser. Handballs across to Blue. Blue blind turns, then runs into Varlamov. Gets his kick in first towards Burt. Burt at centre half-forward has his head pulled off. Free kick. Against Barclay Cox it was, and it's Burt's free kick. Burt already has kicked 3 goals for the Dons, but it'd be a terrific effort to get one from here. He's 65 yards from goal. His kick is doing very well. It's going to within 15 yards of goal, and there is a beautiful mark taken by number 14 for the Blues, Bob Crow.
Well, that was a beautiful mark, but they're not going to help them at the moment. Carlton need goals to pull this match out.
Bob Crow from the back pocket kicks the ball up to the half-back line. Up they go. Capuano couldn't hold the mark, taken by Varlamos of Carlton. His left foot kick takes the ball onto the centre wing. Jack Clark is there doing battle with number 16 for Carlton. Clark, beautiful football, picks the ball up, gets it onto the half-forward line. No one can mark it, and it's close to the line, it's over the line, and it's out of bounds between the half-forward line and the forward line for Essendon.
Well, you saw there Jack Clark, one of the cleverest players in the game, using great skill to get around Murray Sankey.
Still 21 points the difference, only 1 point added in this quarter, and it was Essendon's. Here comes Burt kicking the ball into the pack that's right in front of him. The play doesn't come forward, now it does. The ball out towards Payne, bounces over his head, taken by Anderson, kicks into the Manly's mark, could be danger. Essendon get the ball, Johnson kicks it through, but only for 1 point, and now they are 22 points in front, 10 minutes into the final term. Essendon 10-12, 72, 22 points ahead of Carlton, 7-8, 50.
It's interesting to note that the three players on the Essendon half-back line have had 11 kicks each up to date.
Peter Barry's fullback kick-off, takes the ball to the half-back line. Capuano, number 12, comes in for Essendon. A leftward kick down to the full forward zone towards Payne. The ball knocked away by Barry, hooked across by Somerville. A chance here for Barclay Cox of Carlton. He takes the ball on the last line of defence for the Blues, clears it back again along the half-back line.
Carlton not tagging their men when the ball is in Essendon's attack. Now they're into it again. Essendon going nicely now. Could have the game wrapped up here. It's Beisel kicking the ball to the full forward zone. They go for it. Silvani coming out, still with plenty of fight left in him. And that's for the rest of the Blues too. They won't give in. The ball is onto their half forward line. Somerville kicks the ball over his head. Waiting for it is Johnson. He's in front, but he can't mark. The ball punched away from him. Coming through is Fraser. He gives it to Burt. Could be a fifth goal coming up. Burt kicks it short, and it's marked right at the last line of defence for Carlton by Anderson. 28 points the difference. 4 goals plus 4 behind, and that's a bit much to bridge with only another 20 minutes of play left. A bad kick there, taken by Crowe. He's held and thrown down. Donaldson it was, rather. No, correction, it was Bobby Crowe in the first place. It was Crowe, but the umpire decides he couldn't get rid of it, so he'll bounce it. Donaldson knocks it down. Williams chased it across the line. Jim, do you think the hard final series is telling on the Blues, or have they still got time?
Well, they have time, but I think Essendon are far too skillful on today's performance.
Burt with the ball again. He's grabbed high. That's the 4th time he's been grabbed around the neck. Another free kick to John Burt. Burt, a left foot kick, is just inside the boundary line. Martin Cross is coming on, so Carlton have both their reserves on. No more allowed. And John Burt, on an angle of 60 degrees, kicks poorly, very poorly for him. He's usually so reliable. Here comes Jack Clark into it. He's shouldered out by Kick, but he keeps his balance nicely. Now he's tripped by Benetti. What's the decision? Is it being paid, or is it over the line? Jack Clark's free kick, a trip. 13 minutes gone into the final quarter. 28 points the difference, with Essendon doing much the better at this stage. Early in the third term, Carlton got to within 6 points after being 32 points down at first change. Jack Clark, 50 yards from goal, right on the boundary line. The wind keeps the ball away from the big sticks, but not too far away. Varlamas with the ball tries to charge through. Couldn't do so. But the umpire gives him a free kick. For what, I don't know.
Well, I'd say for around the neck, Tony.
Varlamas from the goal square kicks the ball to centre half back. Bruce Williams is too short to mark. Cox waiting behind, has his judgment upset by Williams in front. The ball's to ground, players are on top of it. A bounce up at centre half forward for Essendon, going in bright sunshine, and a cool breeze coming from the southwest across the scoreboard to the scoreboard goal. Up they go. Beisel missed it. Barclay Cox, Carlton centre man. Left hooks the ball onto the centre wing. That's Blue Shelton's mark. Cannoning out of the way is Epis, who's happy to see that Shelton has marked it anyhow. Congratulates him as Shelton gets lined up ready for the drop kick. Oh, a good drop kick, 50 yards into the wind. That's a beauty. Onto the half-forward line. Donaldson with it. The Carlton captain punches it out here, but it's not to a player of his own. It's to an opposition player in Beisel. He keeps the pressure up on the Carlton defence. A lot of pressure indeed. It's down in front of the goal square. Burt has hold of it again. He's grabbed. We're not in possession. The umpire very nearly blew his whistle. He had it to his mouth. He's now going to bounce it up. It was very nearly holding the man against Carlton, and another free kick to John Burt right in front of the sticks. Knocked away, taken by Anderson. Anderson kicks right into the man in front. Taken by Burt again. Burt kicks it up high in the air. It's still within 20 yards of goal. A kick here will put it through. This is Peter Barry, determined that that kick from Essendon will not come. He kicks it onto the half-back line. This is Blue coming upfield. Blue kicks the ball right back into the goal square. Johnson up from behind. Takes a glorious mark. Graham Johnson. How he got over the top of Silvani and Anderson to take that mark, I'll never know. Probably he won't either. But he went three ways all at once. Here he is right in front, and that wraps it up. Essendon must be the premiers.
Couldn't argue with that, Tony. They've played much better today, and they've certainly deserved what I would say is almost a certain win in this 1962 grand final. It's interesting to note that Carlton's Rovers have had 18 kicks, while the Essendon Rovers have had 37. There's been no comparison between the two, and in fact the Carlton Rovers have not had the help today that they've had previously from their ruckman, as Jeff Leake's been a wonder with a bad ankle.
Carlton coach Ken Hands anxious, perturbed, speaking to runner Chris Pavlo, the VFL armband. But it would require a miraculous effort on behalf of Carlton to hop out of this bag, which has been so firmly tied around them by the Dons in this final quarter. Somebody has pinched the ball, somebody has souvenired it in the crowd, a new one has come out. That's why the delay has been such, and now Carlton go forward through John Nichols, who kicks the ball onto the half-forward line, where a mark is taken in defence by Barry Davis, who is playing very well. Davis on the half-back flank. Kicks the ball with a long punt kick up into the wind. 23 Fraser, 25 Timms, 18 Beisel. He's got the ball now. He's grabbed by Martin Cross on his 20th man. His kick is to the half-forward line. Jeff Leake goes forward on all fours, can't hold on to the mark. Down go a couple of Carlton players. Murray kick comes through, kicking it off the ground as Nichols kicks the ball into the centre of the ground, being chased by Alec Eppes. He'll gather it in. Eppes has hold of the ball. Now he's lost it again. He's got punches it back behind him, scoops it back behind him to Capuano. Excellent cooperative play between the Essendon players. They're talking to one another well. The ball is onto their half-forward line. Coming down to meet it is Sergio Silvani. Serge the Silvan kicks the ball into the centre, taken by Barclay Cox. Cox kicks the ball onto the half-forward line. Turkey Toms underruns the ball. Over behind is the captain for Carlton, Donaldson. He turns for home. He's 40 yards out. It's a punt kick. It's close. It's touch and go. One flag only, and things are against the Blues.
Essendon are 12 goals, 12, 84, in a commanding position. They lead Carlton, who are 7-9-15. We have been playing for nearly 19 minutes, 18 and a half minutes into this last quarter, and Essendon have a lead of 33 points. We're waiting for the fullback, Paul Doran, to get the ball for Essendon. He will kick it out wide towards the member stand wing, towards the half-back flank. Here he is, about to kick the ball out with a high torpedo punt kick. It's swinging in towards the half-back flank position. Nichols is there and marked it. Although he was held by one hand, he still dragged it to his chest with the other. A good mark by a good footballer. Nichols kicks it high towards the centre half-forward position, sending himself as Carroll, and Paul Doran is over the top. And this talented Essendon fullback, who is marking very well, has brought another one down for the Bombers. Here is Paul Doran, about to kick the ball out. On his mark is Carroll. Paul Doran kicks it out towards the centre wing position, and we see Jeff Leake of Essendon coming off the ground in front of the member stand, and in the meantime we see Sankey have the ball. Sankey has the ball, and the umpire will bounce it in the centre of the ground. Paul Mackenzie flew. There is Jeff Leake, the Essendon vice-captain. He was suspect before the game with an injured ankle. He has played till Essendon in a commanding enough position to come off. The gentle giant, as he's known here, a tremendous footballer.
What a kick he'll have got out of this performance by Essendon. He's such a sincere fellow. Here's the kick onto the half-forward line for the Blues. A revival and a great one necessary by them. They've done it throughout the final series. Can they do it again? Never say die is their spirit. The ball is out of bounds, but they're getting further behind as time goes on. 84-51 is the score at the moment in points. 84-51, and that's a bit much to expect for the Blues to bridge with 20 minutes already gone. Officially only another 5 minutes plus time on will mean another 10 minutes of play only at a maximum. The ball is to be thrown in front of the players' race, which leads to their dressing rooms. Carlton attacking. Nichols punches the ball away, but Essendon seem to be everywhere. Mackenzie has hold of it, then he runs into Nichols, kicks the ball upfield, however, a fraction before that. The ball is in Beisel's possession, punches it wide out here towards Clark. Clark tries to punch it on, then he's put down. Clark's down. The Essendon skipper has Graham Beisel standing by, Alec Eppes too, and two trainers.
Well, Tony, I don't think that was a free kick. Jack Clark was playing the ball. He was hit hip and shoulder by both players at once, and that is part of the game.
Jack Clark on the centre wing. A 10-year player with a tremendous record, kicks the ball onto the half-forward line, and a beautiful mark by young Ken Fraser, a young veteran at this game, a beautiful pair of hands, a mobile player, and a glorious mark. Essendon 12-12-84, leading Carlton 7-9-51, and the premiership's all over as Fraser from the half-forward line, 21 minutes into the third quarter, finds Sampson, who has replaced Jeff Leake. Sampson is about 6'5" and 15 stone, boots it into the far pocket, Varlamas chasing it as 32, gets his kick in once more. Along the wing it goes. It's onto the half-back line for his side, but no rest for the Carlton defence. Blue keeps up the pressure. Here's his kick into the full forward zone, and Charlie Payne spins across the top of the pack and picks it out of the air. Payne is straight in front, couldn't be straighter. He has kicked one goal and a couple of behinds. The second one should be coming up. Yes, sir. Charlie Payne's second goal. The Bombers 13.
We're 22 minutes into the last quarter. Essendon 13-12. 90 running away with the premiership. 7-9 Carlton 51. The umpire bounces the ball in the centre of the ground. Sampson, the new player for Essendon, knocks the ball out. Is picked up by Collins for Carlton. Collins kicks it down towards the half-back line where Essendon's Barry Davis, this young university student, has marked the ball on the half-back flank. Very promising footballer, this boy, in his second year of league football. He kicks it with a glorious drop kick up towards the half-forward line. The big fella's flyers knock the head. Coming through for Carlton is Varlamas. Varlamas kicks it before he's pushed to the ground. Kicks it out towards the half-back line again, but it is Davis again. Gets the ball, kicks it up towards the half-forward line. It's over the top of Somerville's head. Martin Cross was coming in for Carlton. So was Russell Blue for Essendon. And the ball is over the boundary line on the half-forward line for Essendon. And Essendon are in a commanding position.
23 minutes of time gone in the grand final. It's almost all over, and Essendon are the 1962 premiers. The ball is taken behind the play by them again. The ball is into their full forward zone. Peter Barry racing out to defend those precious goals of his. He clears the ball with a stout move. The ball's upfield to the half-back line. What's more, he finds somebody with his kick, which is far more important, and that's Silvani. Silvani, number one for the Blues, finds Cox on the wing. Carlton finding some good teamwork now. The ball, Cox decided to play on, then he was tackled and put down, and he's lost it. Everything's going wrong for the Blues at the moment, but the game's all over. The ball is on the half-forward line for the Essendon team. It's just inside the fence on the outer side. The umpire is in there to make some decision. A little obscure to us at this moment. It's going to Essendon's Beisel. Beisel, the Essendon centre man, a long way from there, is going to take his kick from the half-forward flank. Essendon 90 points to 51. They've nearly doubled Carlton's score.
Essendon 13-12, 90 leading Carlton 7-9, 51. Beisel's kick is towards the half-forward flank. Somerville missed it, and Martin Cross chips in for Carlton. Has one bounce. Runs a long way, and it's a free kick behind the play. Although the Carlton player had it, umpire has come back when he saw another Carlton player chip in, and not according to the rules, he has stopped him. It is Barclay Cox of Carlton. He gave away an unnecessary free kick, and the umpire who has umpired well gave it to Somerville. Somerville short passes out towards Huey Mitchell, but he couldn't quite mark the ball. Martin Cross comes in, gets a kick this time, a short pass towards Murray Kick. It's Ian Collins it is. Ian Collins has the ball. Plays on, short passes straight to Gill, and Gill has marked the ball. He plays on, but he gives it to an Essendon player, and the skipper, Jack Clark. Jack Clark gets the ball, kicks down towards the half-forward line. We see Anderson going for it, coming in also for Carlton was John Nichols. It's out towards Anderson again. Anderson gets the ball, kicks it back to the centre of the ground where Gill has marked the ball before the Essendon skipper can stop him, right in the centre of the ground.
Gill won't play on this time. A cardinal error a moment ago, and from the centre of the ground, Gill, member of a famous football family, kicks the ball onto the half-forward line. Nobody marks here. Martin Cross chips in. He's 20th man. Martin Cross has the ball, kicks it short into the full forward pocket at the Richmond end. Chasing it, Essendon in front. Tom Carroll, number 22, 5 short. Paul Doran is there too. The ball across the line. No effectual play, and now there's a throw-in. Throw-in 40 yards from the nearest behind post at the Richmond goal. Donaldson going up unopposed. Knocks it over his head. Waiting down front is Blue Shelton. Then he kicks it off the ground. Kicks it into Bruce Williams. It ricochets off his ankle towards Eppes. Eppes kicks it forward. Punches it forward. Bruce Williams in the play again. He punches it to Nichols. They're going round in circles. Nichols runs away from the sticks. Hooks it over his head in towards the goal square. A good kick. And it's touched through by Mackenzie for 1 point only. Carlton's first point in a long time. They were 7-8 at three-quarter time. That is their first, only their second behind, scored in the final 25 minutes of play. They are now 7-10, Essendon 13-12.
A surprising effort in this last quarter. Everybody thought Carlton, with the advantage of the wind, would come and take this game away from Essendon. But Essendon have kicked 3 goals, whereas Carlton have failed to score a goal. They have scored 2 behinds. We see the free kick going out here to the Carlton player. It is Murray Kick, number 30, receiving the free kick for Carlton on the half-forward flank. He will send the ball well into their scoring zone. On his mark is Barry Capuano. A good kick by Kick. It's right up into the goal square. They fly for it. It's off the top of the pack. Kicked along by Bluey Shelton, and it hits the behind post. It is out of bounds. Out of bounds. on the Essendon end of the ground. We're just waiting for the boundary umpire to get it. He's got it. He throws it in. Going for the knockout now is Sampson. Sampson knocks it down straight towards Doran. It's coming through with Donaldson. Donaldson knocks it away, and Sampson was trying to pick the ball up when the umpire chipped in and will bounce the ball 15 yards out in front of the Essendon goal. Nichols is there. Nichols knocks it down. Coming through for Carlton is Martin Cross. Has a left foot snap for goal. It's going through the goals. It's a goal, a belated one for Carlton, and it is a goal kicked by Martin Cross. He came on as a replacement when Faulkner was taken off, and Essendon are 13-12, leading Carlton 8 goals 10. The goal kickers for Essendon, 4 to Johnny Burt, 2 each to Payne and Clark, and also Mitchell, and 1 to Leake, Timms and Johnson. For Carlton, 3 to Bruce Williams, 2 to Nichols, and 1 each to Donaldson, Cross and Greenwood. Umpire Irving bounces the ball. We're well into the last quarter. 27 minutes play have gone. Knocked down by Donaldson out towards Benetti. Benetti's way up out of position. He has the ball. He's brought to the ground. The umpire walks in, will take it off him and will bounce the ball again. Umpire Irving bounces the ball. Oh, and good knock by Timms, but it's straight to Benetti. Benetti gets a left foot kick down towards the forward position. James is there, and he knocks the ball away from Shelton. It is picked up by Doran. Doran kicks it wide towards the centre wing position, where there's a little bit of indecision between two Essendon players, but Gosper gets the ball, gets a left foot to it, down towards Fraser, and we see Sankey fall to the ground. Coming through with Sampson, knocks the ball ahead of him. Somerville is there, picks the ball up, gets a left foot kick, down towards the full forward position. It's wide, and Barry leads Payne in the race for the ball. Barry gets his kick to it, out towards Russell Blue, is on his own on the centre wing, gets the ball, tries to run around Collins, tries a short pass towards Clark in the centre. A good pass by Blue, and it has found Jack Clark at centre half forward. Russell Blue been a winner all day for Essendon, along with his co-centre line player in Beisel, and these two players have been very constructive in Essendon's mighty win here in this grand final. Clark's kick is well up towards the forward pocket, but it's going too far astray and is out of bounds. Waiting for the ball to be thrown in again. Very close towards the end of the game. It wouldn't be more than 2 or 3 minutes more of play, if there's that much. We have been playing into this last quarter for 28 or 29 minutes. 2 more minutes left to play at the outside as the ball is thrown in. Sankey goes for it, knocks it 20 yards down towards the centre of the ground. It's Russell Blue again. Gets his foot to it, kicks it down towards the forward position. Is knocked away by Gosper. Barry comes out, playing the ball ahead of him. Coming in again is Gosper. He's met solidly, brought to the ground. Handballs it away, plays on. Again, Gosper's got the ball. This time he gets his way clear. Kicks it down towards the forward position, where Silvani has no trouble in marking the ball in front of Somerville. Definitely Carlton's best player today is Sergio Silvani, with his socks down. Silvani kicks the ball. Tremendous effort. Silvani has had 27 kicks. 24 kicks, a tremendous effort. He's had an average of over 24 or 25 kicks in every final game this year. A magnificent performance from this very talented Carlton footballer. The ball is still on the half-forward flank. No change in the score. Essendon 13-12, leading Carlton 8-10. There's a chance for Bob Crow. Bob Crow gets the ball, kicks it towards the centre wing position. Barry Davis is there, almost marks the ball. Coming in to help him again is Beisel. Kicks the ball towards the centre half forward position, where Graham Anderson marks the ball unopposed. He plays on quickly, short passes at the cord. Murray kick misses it, falls off his hands. There's a chance for Gill. Gill gets the ball, knocks it ahead of him, runs into his own teammate, handballs it across, and there's the siren, and that's for the Premiers. For 1962, Essendon 13 goals 12-90 have defeated Carlton 8 goals 10-58.
The Bombers by 32 points. Jack Clark best of field. 6 years later, Jack would coach the Bombers to top spot on the ladder in his first season as coach. He vowed to put the fun back into footy. Well, that one's news to me, I can tell you. This is the preliminary final, however, of 1968. The Bombers had played dismally against Ron Barassi's Blues in the second semi-final, and the next week trailed Geelong by 2 points at half-time. We're going to pick up play in the third quarter. Seven's commentators, Mike Williamson, Butch Gale and Ted Whitten.
Well, Geelong were looking for it. I think they may have been trying to kid a bit about that one. There's Fraser's kick now. Essendon are kicking up to the scoreboard end. Or Scarlett in front could have pulled that one down. It goes to Hosking. Hosking now kicks out towards the wing position on the member stand side. Players come in to get it. Russell Blue fumbles it there. A kick off the ground, sends it into no man's land, but it's back in towards the forward zone for the Dons, but a mark in defence by Jeff Rosenau. Only a couple of points of difference as we go into the third term. The players set themselves up, they go there. Russell Blues in there. Mitchell pulls it in one-hander. He's being paid it.
Cop one for his trouble then too.
No way for an amateur to behave. Chris Mitchell, what a player he is.
Not a bad pick, am I?
There's his kick now. Kicks to the weak position on the member stand side. Up they go from behind. Williams.
Stevens, he's playing the man in front. Rightly so too. Good long kick in towards centre half forward. Alec Epis is there and missed the mark up, but still carried it away. Kicks out towards the boundary line, and it's out on the half-back flank for Essendon. Geelong kicking towards the Richmond end goal.
Any changes, Ted Whitten?
No, I can't see any, Mike.
I can. Andrews has gone to the forward pocket, and Ryan at centre half forward. Sorry, Ted, I meant to point it out before.
Right.
In goes Mackenzie. Mackenzie pushes the ball over towards the boundary line. It'll go out again.
Wait for the throw-in.
No, but Ryan's playing well wide of that centre half forward position. Here's the throw in. Mackenzie clips it down. A chance for Davis, but little Goggin in there. Gosper hotly tackled around the shoulder. No free kick towards the boundary line. Goggin trapped the ball, skipped around, went through the centre wing, kicked it in towards the pocket. There's a chance for Wade. No, it's hit away from him by Brown, and Brown carries the ball over the line. Gee, nearly had that one, Teddy.
Yeah, pretty close. It was a touch and go, but a right decision. He didn't hold it long enough, Butch.
Waiting for the ball to be thrown in. There's Charlie Payne going to do battle with Newman. A bit of pushing and shoving. Payne gets a tap and a bit in particular. Drags it in himself. Kicks it to the half-back flank on the member stand side, and Wayne Closter takes a ripper. Oh, good battle between Closter and Russell Blue. Closter takes his kick now down forward. Waiters coming out for it. He's smothered there by Essendon defenders. Knocked away by Gerlach. Taken by Ryan. A high kick. Epis is there. In comes Newlands now. Newlands for Geelong. Swings around. He snaps. 1 point.
That puts Geelong 3 points in front.
I'll tell you what, I think they might have to have a lead, a decent lead by three-quarter time, Geelong, because that for mine is the scoring end.
No doubt, Mike, and I think that breeze has freshened since the start of the match. 8-7 to 7-10, 55 to 52 as Brown comes up.
Oh, kick.
Good kick. In towards Will Payne from behind, couldn't get it, down to Mitchell. Mitchell with Fletcher battling for it. Had a nice hand pass to Varman. He gets the kick in, but it's Alec Epis there on his own to take the mark, just behind the half-back line. Shows it to the crowd, as usual. Goes for the long kick. In towards the centre, Newman and Payne. Payne got the hand to it. Newman trying to recover. Oh, wild swish off the ground. Over back towards Newman, and it's going to be a free kick to Ellis, and I reckon it was for that wild kick in the pack.
Ellis now slapped back in the centre of the ground. He drives one forward. Players come out to meet it there. Up they go. Knocked to the ground. Newman has the chance here. Newman kicks it off the ground. Back in towards the centre. Coming in there once again as Ellis puts his left foot into it. Drives out to the flank on the outer side. Taken by Gosper. Gosper steadies. He drives down forward. It's a magnificent kick. He stuck it right through.
Essendon back in front.
That's his second goal, Jeff Gosper.
Yeah, that was a beauty, Ted.
And I'd say that Alec Epis has tightened his game already. In how long we've been playing, Mike?
We've been playing 4 minutes, Ted, into the third quarter.
Alec Epis has had 3 kicks in this quarter. Jeff Gosper's lifted his game.
That's a most valuable goal, too.
That's right. John Ellis in the centre has played a big part up to date.
Comment from Mr. Football, Ted Whitten. Mackenzie now. He knocks out, but it's sharp here by Peter Walker. Walker back towards centre half forward. Williams is waiting there, and he marks.
Well, this Essendon half back line is pretty firm. Williams, high kick towards centre half forward. Walker in front. Dropped the mark. Down it come to
Farman now kicks down towards the pocket on the outer side there. Newlands is there doing battle. Gerlach is in after him. Newlands goes to the ground. Free kick.
Fair enough.
Free kick to Ken Newlands. He's done a lot of damage with intelligent handball, this fellow.
Razor's going to fall forward.
Newland out to centre half forward as
Fordham to full forward. And
Newlands comes up to take his kick. It's a long one. It's travelling across the face of goals. They fly. Oh, there's a mark being taken by Wade, hard up on the line. The Essendon blokes thought that was through, you know.
Bad error.
I'll tell you what, if he kicks it from here, I'll give a party. He runs around. He could kick it. No, it's right across the face of goals to the pocket on that outer side. The ball hits the ground. Newlands is after it. He's over the line for mine. Yes. Boundary umpire has declared it over the line.
Fordham to full forward, Noonan to centre half, and Fraser into the pocket.
Fraser must be going to take a run on the ball. The throw-in takes place. Up they go. Mitchell gets a tap down here. Here's a go. Dennis Marshall comes in. In comes Williams to do battle with him. It's picked up by Ellis. Ellis throws off the side of his boot over towards Russell Blue. Russell Blue on the half-back flank on the member stand side. Takes his kick now. Up towards the half-forward flank. The players racing front there. A go for David Shaw. Shaw swings around. He's tackled. But he steadies. He kicks in towards centre half forward. The ball knocked away. Gosper there once again. Gosper coolly hand passes to Noonan. Noonan over to Charlie Payne. Payne from 40 yards out puts it through for one behind.
Well, that was a nice passage of football. I like the move of Noonan to centre half forward and Fordham back to full forward. I like this move. I think they could be successful.
4 points in front now, Essendon.
Hey, Fraser's getting attention just on the right-hand side of the screen. We just caught it then. Getting attention to his leg. That's probably why he's being moved. The short one out from Scarlett finds Rosenau there.
A bit of a blow off. He's injured. Rosenau now kicking in to Payne. Payne marks. He's livened himself up in this beginning of the third quarter. Charlie Payne deep on a half-forward flank. Puts his boot into the ball. A chance there for Scarlett, and he marks. Plays on a little bit slowly. Kicks in towards the centre wing. And what's happened? The free kick up the field.
Yeah, pushed after the kick.
He was unloaded by Fordham after he got his kick.
And it's Cluster to take it now.
Looks like Cluster.
Yes, he'll take the free kick. Russell Blue on the mark. Kicking in towards centre half forward. It's a good kick too. Chance for Bill Ryan. One hand. Yes, he's marked it.
Could have got the free kick. Ryan now plays down.
Sherrick.
The players come to meet it. Sherrick is there. Oh, Butch. You could see him moving in, couldn't you?
Oh, it was good football, that.
No wonder you called him so quickly.
A very good pass. Sherrick now, he's about 45 yards out.
He's kicked three. He's directly in front, kicking to the Richmond end. See the Essendon player running along beside him, alongside him. And it's proved effective on this occasion. He's hooked it. And it's out of bounds in the forward pocket on the outer side.
It's about 3 goals 5 or 3-6 that Sherrick has kicked.
Up they go now, Mackenzie. Oh, lovely tap down over the top there, but here's Sherrick once again. Sherrick swings around. He gets to the ground.
Play on.
Play on is the call. Oh, golly, and the ball is kicked once again over the boundary line. Still in that forward pocket on the outer side.
We should never allow himself to be caught there, Teddy. The player come in from the blind side. I agreed. Oh, lovely hit
away
down.
by Newlands, actually it was, taken by Williams. Williams out to the half-back flank on the outer side. Polinelli and Fletcher going for it. Polinelli leaves the way open for Mitchell to come in. Fletcher still battling on. Eventually the kick comes down there, picked up by Gerlach. Gerlach now to the half-back flank, back on that outer side. Over the line there'll be another throw-in. Well, they've tightened up a lot on that back line, the Dons. Well, they might. You can't let Sherrick roam around, can you?
It's a very dangerous player.
In goes Newman over the top of Mackenzie, smothered it down towards the boundary, shepherded nicely for Eepers. Hand pass to Fletcher. Mackenzie coming in hard to shepherd again. The kick going up over that centre wing position. Close as a chance to mark. No mark.
He's paid it.
He's paid it.
Oh, Peter Walker for 9.
Close now is on the centre wing position. In he goes and Shaw in front. No mark. Play on is a call. Gosper back to Sproul. Sproul from an angle shoots for goal. There's an Essendon player warming up around the boundary too.
Evans is warming up, and I noticed Fraser then when that ball was coming down and he let out for it, he was limping it. Look, there's a bandage on his left knee there.
Oh, I wonder if they're going to take a player off here shortly.
Fraser will go off. I think Evans will go to the back pocket. It's a beautiful mark by Charlie Payne. Not on the half-forward flank. I feel that Pryor is going to full back.
Oh, Brown's coming off.
Oh, there's a sensation for you.
Oh.
Evans is on in the back pocket. Not a bad move.
Oh, that's a sensation for you.
Brown looked all right. He must be. Oh goodness, he could have had some injury.
He doesn't look too happy about it. I tell you what, Mike, he doesn't look too happy at all.
A throw in now in the forward pocket on the member stand side, up the Essendon end. The ball hits the ground here. A chance for Ainsworth to relieve the pressure. He does so. Kicks to the centre of the ground. Marshall at the back there. He'll mark all right. Marshall now Runs on, he takes his kick, it's smothered by Ellis too. In they come there from all directions. A kick off the ground sends it further downfield. Waiting there is Eppes now. Eppes takes his kick back over the centre. Players come out to meet him. Noonan couldn't do much about it. Walker's in there for Geelong. In comes Sproul for the Dons. He's tackled by Goggin. Sproul is still going on. Picked up by Cluster. Cluster now down towards centre half forward. They go up. Oh! Out comes Williams with the ball. He's pushed there by Marshall. Play allowed to go on. Marshall now kicks to the forward pocket on that outer side. Pryor's racing for it over the line once again. And there'll be a throw in. Why do you think Brown came off, Alan?
I said earlier he wasn't playing with any confidence, Mike, and I think it's a risky thing to take him off, but again, I think he was a weakness without hurting his feelings.
Oh, the way Fraser was running for the ball, he doesn't look too good. There's a hand pass from Eppes, not taken. Across it goes here towards Sherrick from Andrews. Sherrick, a right footer, puts it over the line in that forward pocket on the outer side.
Which is his wrong foot, really. He's a natural foot kick. Fraser still limping around in that forward pocket, and the Dons have got a few troubles, even though they are in front by 5 points. In they go, a good backhander by McKenzie. Through rushes Goggin. Look at him. He snaps at goal with a left foot. 1 point.
I'll tell you what, Teddy. Geelong are trying everything to steer one through the big sticks, or a few through the big sticks, and it just isn't coming off.
That's right. They're still under a lot of pressure, though, Mike, from the backman.
8-8 to 8-12. The Dons in front. The kick out now from Pryor. Up goes Charlie Payne, and he marks.
Payne now kicking from the half-back line up towards the half-forward, and a good mark to Farman of Geelong. Gee, there's been some good marking here. Out towards Mitchell. Mitchell sprints for it. It's a bit too long for him. Still in play. Now he's tapped it and forced it over the line. Runner out to Ken Fraser again. Now if they get him off the ground, they'll be in some trouble. Throw in now on the half-forward flank for Geelong. In goes Mitchell and McKenzie. Jostling, and Mitchell hits down, but it's all Essendon. Through came Gerlach. Kicks high up towards centre half-forward. Noonan in the middle of the pack. Punched away from him now. The ball booted in towards the centre. It's Cluster and Ellis. Ellis hits out towards Russell Blue. Blue tackled by Marshall. And it's play on. Newman kicks off the ground over towards Cluster. Cluster and Colinelli, but it's Big McKenzie coming through. Colinelli still tackled by Fletcher. Over towards Newman. It's very nicely taken by Close. Close is at centre half forward. Long kick at goal. And it's through for 1 point. Fraser couldn't even get off the ground.
And our cameras caught that shot of David Shaw getting one too.
Tell you what, I don't like the look of Ken Fraser. He made no effort or any attempt at all to mark that ball. There's a short one from Scarlett and full back out to Ainsworth in the back pocket playing on.
Ainsworth now kicks to the wing position on that outer side. McKenzie's there, but Mitchell... And it's Mitchell's mark.
Crouch having a good talk to Don McKenzie too.
Oh, he's just saying, turn it up, don't do that again.
Wish they'd have said that to me all the time.
Colinelli is on one leg also. He's got a very bad limp out there on the wing.
Mitchell now kicks down towards centre half forward. They all fly for it. Bill Ryan couldn't quite pull it in. Through comes Evans, who's just come on. Evans tries a long hand pass into no man's land. McKenzie's there. He knocks it on. He's tackled by Colinelli. Over comes towards Sproul. Look at this. Picked up by Farman. His hand pass back into the Essendon territory. Taken by Newman. He's running into Essendon territory. Over to Ainsworth. His kickers goes to the wing position on the outer side.
Well,
and Marshall will be paid the mark. Oh, they were going right up, weren't they? Backing back into Essendon
at least 40 yards into Essendon territory.
One mistake and they were in diabolical trouble.
They keep those streamers off the field. Marshall now kicking from the centre wing in towards the half-forward flank. In there goes Ryan. He punches down. A chance for Eepus. A chance for Andrews. Eepus picks up. He's grabbed. The ball will have to be bounced. A bounce on the half-forward line. Oh, McKenzie, a beautiful hit out to Ellis. Ellis is going for the pass here to Noonan. Noonan marks in front of Walker.
Oh, great mark. That was a strong mark, Butch. Very strong.
The Dons playing really well. There's the kick now. I'll tell you what, it cost Fordham the mark. For sure it cost him the mark.
It was touch and go. Touch and go.
He's all right, Jeff. Now he's got to bring the ball back and bounce it there, doesn't he, Ted?
Have a look at this. There's more trainers running out to the ground to watch him. He's all right, Jim. I agree with you, Butch. He must bounce the ball, though, yes. He lost complete sight of the flow of play.
I'll just say Ken Fitzgerald back there at the studios. I reckon that's well worth replaying when we have the umpire segment tonight.
For sure.
I tell you what, that's a hard way to earn a living out there, isn't it? Oh, he's okay anyhow. That's the main thing. The ball is bounced at centre half forward for the Dons. McKenzie takes the tap down. It's sharp by Newlands. Cross it goes towards Peter Walker. He can't get his kick, however, but he'll get a free.
Definitely.
Oh, I don't know. What would you have done, Ted?
It was pretty technical, that one.
Walker now to take the kick. He's passed it, but a bit short. Cluster marks.
Tell you what, he kicked the ground, Walker. He jumped a mile in the air.
He's hurt his foot too. Here they are, up here towards Wade. The ball punched by Williams down to Eepus. Eepus gets a little short one to Sproul.
Sproul now kicks to the wing position on that outer side. Through comes Polinelli, couldn't control it. Across it goes to Fletcher. Fletcher now coming on that outer flank. He's running well, he fumbles. He picks up the Fordham. Oh, Fordham just got clear. Fordham a left footer up towards the pocket on the outer side. Fraser's there. Oh, stove to with Scarlett, but they couldn't hold the ball in play, and there'll be a throw in Essendon's forward pocket on that outer side.
I agree with you, Mike. I would have held on to Brown for a while, the way Fraser is.
And I may not have noticed this, Teddy, that he was limping. There they go. Oh, look at Fraser. Goodness gracious me. Walker across to Goggin now. Goggin tries a short one, and we find Gareth Andrews getting it back to Goggin now. Goggin a long hand pass over here towards Marshall. Marshall in a bit of trouble, but he gets his kick down forward, only to find Williams marking the last line of defence, and Fraser's coming off. A kick smothered, however. A chance for Replis, but it's sharp in there. It's a long kick by Sherrick at one point. Yes, Fraser's coming off, and Bruce Lake is coming on. Bruce Lake, his first year with the Dons, 20-year-old boy down there from Meetung in Gippsland, has come on. Essendon have their 19th and 20th men on, and we are 18 minutes into the third quarter.
And the ball marked easily by Fordham. It's at half-back is Captain Ken Fraser coming around the boundary line. And Gosbury, no, good position, but if the ball beat him, Shaw has it at centre-half forward. He kicks in towards full forward. Rosa now traps it. Off the boot, over to Ainsworth. Whoa. Ainsworth goes for a short one to Goggin. He's in trouble. Gerlach tackles him, takes him to the ground. Play on. Fletcher's long kick back here up to full forward. They fly for it. The ball punched away by Rosa now. Down to Ainsworth. Ainsworth shorts now to Polinelli. This has given Geelong a lot of confidence. Fraser going off. Oh, another short one into Goggin, and they have to be careful with this sort of play. Out towards the flank, Newland marks. And Newland passes like a rocket. No mark, down to Sherrick. Sherrick tackled by Eepus. Eepus taps the ball, kicked off by Fordham, but over the line. Oh, it's a brilliant game, this.
Very fast, Butch. Very fast.
There's Ken Fraser sitting there, and this possibly would be the last time, unless Essendon win, that you'll see him appear on the MCG or in league football. Let's hope he'll be right the next week if the Dons make the grand final.
Well, they're leading by 4 points at the moment, and that's a good enough performance to now. They're playing better than Geelong in this quarter.
Well, the way I see it, Butch, is I think Jack Clark could have easily made a tactical error in taking Greg Brown off so soon, with Fraser the way he was.
Good hit down there. Kicked off the ground and marked by Russell Blue in the middle of the ground. Russell Blue's kick goes up towards centre half forward. David Shaw in beautiful position to mark. He's got it. Shaw's a chance to kick this. He's an awkward style. Look at the lead from Lake. Ignored by Shaw. He's going for the long one. And I doubt whether he'd make the distance. Oh, he's going to make it all right. Swinging in. 1 point, yes, only 1 point from the boot of David Shaw.
Lake, I would imagine, would go to full forward.
That's right.
Kick in by Scarlett. It's not a long one. And it puts them in trouble. Noonan in there, down to Hosking, tackled. And it's solid football here. He's going to have to bounce it umpire Crouch.
The only thing he could do, Butch.
It's on Essendon's half-forward flank. on the member stand side. There's the bounce of the ball. The Dons are kicking up to the new stand end. A beautiful tap down goes to Fordham. Fordham swings it around. The players come out to meet it. There's Lake in there. Couldn't quite pull it in. Taken by Rosenau. Rosenau puts his boot into it. Closter has the chance there, but lets it go for Ellis. Ellis over to Fordham. Here's a go. Fordham!
He's put it right through the middle, all right. That was a beautiful drop kick. Settled himself, slowed himself down that extra step and right through the middle. There's the score now, Geelong 8-9-57, trailing Essendon 9-14-68.
11 points in front, and that's the biggest lead they've held for the whole of the game.
Number 17, John Newnham, the Geelong ruckman. Dennis Marshall wandering around the centre, and Fletcher, the other Essendon player. Kenzie up. Newman gets a touchdown to Jeff Gosper. Gosper goes for the long kick. Out comes Charlie Prater, and Parks in front again.
Oh, Essendon are going mad at the moment.
Geelong haven't kicked a goal so far in this quarter. The Dons have kicked 2, and we are 21 and a half into it. As Payne takes his kick from a long way out, it seems to be offline on 1 point results.
12 points in front now, Essendon.
And they're kicking against this breeze. Geelong 8-9 to Essendon 9-15.
Like we've been trapped by that before. That wind could be dropping.
Could be too, Butch. It has happened before.
Scarlett out towards the flank, not getting a lot of distance. And Fordham and Mitchell. Mitchell hits down. There's a chance for Gloucester. It's over the line, yes. Only just, but still the umpire's waved it.
Which I was just looking out at the streamers on the ground out there. There doesn't seem to be a great deal of wind, and what there is seems to be blowing down to the Richmond end, the end of which Geelong is kicking. It's not a great deal, though. All the same, I agree with you. Here's a go now. Peter Walker tries to break clear. Holding the ball.
They've made this error about 4 or 5 times today, trying to run with the ball.
McKenzie comes through. He takes his kick. It's a big long one over there. Up they go. Oh, Close almost pulled it in. Close is still going. He tries to break clear. He's grabbed. He's still going, this kid. He turns around. He steadies. He shoots.
Oh, geez, a good player, this boy.
1 point.
Oh, he's the player of the future, this number 19.
I'll tell you what, I'd like to have half his courage, Teddy.
Oh.
That would do me. Just half.
What do you think, Butch? Hey?
Oh, he's a beauty. He's going to get killed, though, Teddy, honestly, the way he keeps running with that head down.
Well, don't say killed, just say he may get seriously hurt.
That's a bad statement. Noonan marks and races into goal again. It's another point. Look, Essendon could beat. No, it's hit the behind post.
What a lot of chances they've had up in front of goal right throughout the course of the game.
See, it's Essendon's quarter, and they're in trouble with injured players off the ground. 19 and 20th on. A nice hit down by Mitchell over towards Sproul. Sproul hooks at goal. It's Wild again and another point. This could mean they
could be the downfall.
Could be the downfall in the game.
That's number 26, Sproul, right in the centre of your screen. Jeff Ainsworth, the back pocket player from Geelong, with Chris Mitchell, the ruckman. Number 24 is Don McKenzie and Billy Goggin, followed by Jeff Gosper, number 6 there.
Newman needs to lift his game badly. A remarkable improvement on Charlie Payne. McKenzie's getting on top in the ruck. Scarlett not kicking in far enough. Again, it's short. Newman comes through and marks. Oh, he saved the day for him there.
We mentioned earlier at half-time, Butch, that some of the Geelong players looked a little lethargic.
Yeah, Newman never came in with any great dash, you know.
That's right.
Newman takes his kick. It's to the wing position on the member stand side. A big pack fly spread, but down it comes here, taken by Fordham. Fordham now kicks forward. Here's a chance for Hosking to mark in defence, and he makes no mistake about it. Hosking on the half-back flank on the member stand side, kicking down towards the Richmond end. He's a left footer. His kick, not a very good one. It's going to be over the boundary line, all right. There'll be a throw-in on the wing position, still on this member stand side, naturally.
Yeah, it's hard to get that ball through the centre the way that Essendon have positioned themselves.
Oh, McKenzie and Mitchell, there they go again. Neither gets it. A chance for Newlands, but in chip. Marshall. And down went Dennis Marshall. Play on as a call too. It's a centre-half forward for Geelong. Plenty of Essendon defenders there. Williams takes his kick, and over the boundary line it goes on the wing position on the member stand side. And Williams must have got one. That was the evener up. The throw-in takes place, they move in for it. Mitchell and McKenzie nullify each other once more. Taken by Closter. Closter now a long kick down forward. Evans is backing back there. No mark, down it comes here. In comes Eppes, he's in trouble. He's grabbed by Wade, but Eppes gets out of trouble. He's going for a run. Oh, he's lifted, he's going. Eppes is still going. Kicks. And kicks to the weak position on that outer side. No mark, then it comes to Polinelli. Polinelli swings around, puts his left foot into it, drives back towards the half-forward flank on that outer side. A big pack fly for it. It's Eppes once again. Eppes kicks in towards the centre. A good pass and finds Fordham waiting for it.
Yes, and Fordham now at centre-half back, a long raking kick up towards centre-half forward. No mark, Shaw races through that half-forward line. Comes back onto his right foot, goes onto the left now. Shoots a short one in. The ball trapped by Rosenau. Rosenau now goes for the sprint. And a short one into Goggin. Goggin marks. Well, that was better than Epus's kick. Polinelli read him all the way and back and finished up making an attacking move out of it. Goggin now in the middle of the ground. There's a lead from Wade. Put up high for him. And no mark. No, it's down. It's going to be what? Pryor to take the free. What's ball?
Didn't see it, Butch.
Pryor kicks in towards the centre wing position. Fordham goes for it. Holds Goggin. Polinelli races through. Nicely shepherded. A kick going onto the end of the square. They all fly for it. A chance here for Ryan.
Ball up.
The ball it.
I would have paid the mark.
Would you?
Yes, I would pay the mark to Ryan.
Well, I didn't get a clear look at it, Ted, sorry. Bounce. In they go. A nice hit down to Stevens. He couldn't take it. It's Sherrick again. Going onto the left foot. He's on the boundary. He's hooks a shot at goal. It's 1 point. It's the first time they've had a scoring chance for the all of this quarter.
Sherrick's kicked 3 goals, 6.
3-6.
3-6.
8-10 to 9-17. And have a look at the points Essendon have kicked. Out towards Polinelli. No, Fletcher will mark.
Too tall.
Fletcher now on the flank. Goes for a short one into Ellis. Ellis will mark. Yes, they're starting to place the ball now. It's a bad one.
Philly.
Marshall now back to Ellis. He saved it through that centre wing position into towards centre half forward. A chance for Hoskins. Shaw. Rosenau eventually finishes with it. Goes through the half back line. Kicks up towards centre half forward. Stevens in front to Davis. Davis marks. Davis plays on 2 Geelong players being treated for injury. Russell Blue. He's on the half forward line. Shorts one to Charlie Payne. A mark is paid.
And Dennis Marshall on that outer side has got 3 trainers. And Fletcher's down also over there. A weak position on the outer side. There's Dennis Marshall, 3 trainers. As we wait for Payne to take his kick. The kick now up towards the goal square. Lake. Bruce Lake plays for it.
Gee, judge that beautiful.
Oh. I'll tell you what, it does my heart good to see him. I've got a personal interest in him. I'll tell you about it in a moment if he kicks it. Marshall's up as Lake comes up. 30 yards out. He's hooked it though, I feel.
Looks good.
1 point.
Will you own him now, Mike? A nephew, isn't he?
I'll tell you what, an interesting story behind Bruce Lake. Before he was ever born, his mother used to say, before she was even married, my sons will play with Essendon. And she's got 2 there, Teddy Lake and Bruce, playing with the Dons.
Scarlett about to kick in now. Essendon have a good lead at the moment. Mitchell in front. Ball punched away by Noonan, but Walker's there at centre half back. He's in a bit of trouble. But he hand passes nicely to Farman. Farman goes for the short one. Oh, dangerous. And down onto the ground. Back to Stevens. The ball held onto him.
Now that's... Oh, no.
He'll ball it
He
up.
was in possession there. I would have played that decision in possession against Stevens. Made no attempt to get rid of it.
Mitchell hits down to Gloucester. Gloucester races through the half-forward line.
Oh! Picked up by Sherrick. He's grabbed by Davis. He drops the ball.
It's the same decision.
And Davis will take the free kick. We are 29 minutes into the 3rd quarter. Davis now kicks in the wing position. Sproul is waiting there. Almost got unloaded by Newlands, but came out of it well. Sproul now takes his kick up forward. Fordham comes out to meet it. Rosenau's there and a beauty. Oh, Jeff Rosenau, a glorious mark. Rosenau takes his kick to the wing position on the member stand side. Payne moves in there. Mitchell from behind couldn't pull it in. Taken by Newlands of Geelong. Newlands now down towards centre half forward. All knocked away by Evans. Into no man's land. A chance for Epps to come through. He does so. A funny old sort of hand pass across to Ellis. Ellis in a bit of trouble. He twists and he turns. A glorious pass out to Russell Blue. Russell Blue now drives in forward. The players coming to meet it. Up they go. Almost pulled in by Close. In there is Noonan. Noonan is shepherded. Farman doing well there from Geelong. He's battling on all the time. It's passed back through the pack. A chance here for Close once again. Close picks up a long hand pass by Close. Here's a go. It's Noonan. Brushes aside his opponent to left footer. For a through.
That's his second goal from Newton.
And a handy lead now, Teddy.
And good play from young Close again, Butch.
Yeah, well done.
Oh, gee, he's figured in some goals. There's the score, Essendon 10-18-72, leading Geelong 8-10-58, or 10-18-78, Essendon, and a little bit ahead of them by pace.
20 points. Oh, it's a good lead. Ball bounced. In goes Mitchell. Mackenzie took it though. Down towards that half-forward line. Farman chips in. Out towards Sharrock again. Watch this. A free kick up the field.
Siren ends the third quarter at the MCG. As the scoreboard reads, they're still going on, but it's all over by the shouting. Scoreboard reading Geelong 8-10-58, Essendon 10-18-78.
And the next week, with skipper Ken Fraser sidelined, the Bombers would lose the grand final by 3 points to Carlton. The great centre-half forward would not play again. Our final game in this second volume of Essendon Fabulous Footy Flashbacks takes us to 1993. Essendon down and out against Adelaide in the preliminary final. Once again, Kevin Sheedy and his baby Bombers rallied.
Fletcher and Wanganeen combined. Ola Renshaw's got the footy, running through the centre of the ground.
Streaming away with a fourth bounce. Wanganeen's turning Liptak inside out in this turn. Taken by Cowthorpe. Mercurial goal. Goes for it. Sits back. Gets it through.
Those young blokes are getting into it now, aren't they?
Well, Wanganeen is just dominating across half back.
He's got to play there, doesn't he? That's where he plays his best footy.
And suddenly, this game has turned around completely.
Well, that's Fletcher too.
It's hard to believe, isn't it, how it's turned around so quickly.
That ball down there, Bernie.
They're in all sorts of strife, yeah. And that other option, if they had have gone the other way when you called it before, out to Ola Renshaw instead of coming this side of the ground to Thompson, I had it set up again to take into the forward line. Complete domination by Essendon at the start of this third quarter.
And tell you what, they'll take some stopping. We've seen them this year with the spirit up, and when they're on a roll, they'll take some stopping here.
Wasn't there a cheer then when that goal was scored?
12-12, 10-8. The Bombers charging at the Crows, who desperately need a goal against the flow. O'Donnell, long again. Fourth time out of the centre in this term. Jarman, well played. Maynard, Wiedemann, short. Somebody on the end of it. Wigney gets there, fills the spot, and arguably goes back for the most important kick of the day for the Crows.
Yeah, not much doubt about that, Bruce, because if they kick this one, they've got quite a handy advantage again. I don't want to lose momentum here, the Crows, because things really haven't gone their way, as we see David Brown taken from the ground, replaced by Scotty Lee. And Wigney having his shot at goal. He started on the interchange and has replaced Scott Hodges.
Good kick from 45 metres out, drop punt. It's close, I think he might get it. It's a goal. A big kick, an important one. And so Adelaide at 13-12 to 10-8.
Yes, Adelaide's only score for the quarter so far. And James Hird also preparing to come back on for the Bombers. We see Joe Mercedes playing at centre-half forward, just trying to get that little a little kick away there. And Wiedemann, we said his finish hasn't been all that good today, but he has spotted two players perfectly, hitting them right on the chest. The last two kicks he's had from Wiedemann, terrific stuff from him. And a good finish there. Oh, Jarman, terrific in the middle, isn't he?
He doesn't get all that many posies, but he's so efficient. Bickley gets the Adelaide Crows up towards half forward, tapped on by Smart, no one home. Chris Danaher will clear for Essendon. He has a good look upfield, a wobbly punt kick out in front of Watson. Watson makes a contest, does well, then gets the handball away. Ola Renshaw's had a few possessions in the last 5 minutes. He tries to go for the thumping kick up into the forward line. It bounces awkwardly. Scott Lee, Buick gets there just a little late. And Ben Hart can't control the footy.
Renshaw could have spotted Sean Denham there too in the middle. About 20 metres on his opponent.
Changing the centre breaks there, Bernie.
Well, turned around this quarter, 7-1 in that second term, 5-1 in Essendon's favour in this quarter.
Well done by Salmon, but his kick falls short, and it's marked by the opposite number there, number 52, Sean Wren. Kick across the back line. Visca goes short. Anderson will mark. He's between half back and centre wing. Gets onto the left foot And he's kick in towards the centre. Good mark taken by Wiedemann.
You can go to Jarman, Robbo.
In short. Too far. Ola Renshaw marks. Now that is a very, very important breakdown there. Jarman was in the clear, and that kick, very, very inaccurate. Ola Renshaw, move it quickly. He kicks it in towards half forward. And that's a mark, a good one. O'Donnell stood his ground. Watson takes the handball. Kicks in long. Buick, no. In trouble underneath all of that was Mark Rasciuto. And the umpire will call for a bounce. Mark Rasciuto and Darren Buick. And a little to do there as the umpire will bounce.
Wiedemann coming off the ground, maybe that last kick. Graham Court's not too happy about that. And David Brown back on for the Crows.
Maynard from Wren to Tregenza to McGuinness. Good teamwork from Adelaide. McGuinness trying to keep it in play. It was a good kick in the end because he's under great pressure. And Thompson thumps it over the line. Well, what a big 10 minutes coming up. They call it the Premiership quarter. Essendon played like that for 15 minutes. Adelaide's held firm now, kicked the last goal and still has a handy break. Can the Bombers erode this lead further? Denham's quick pick. Hurd takes the mark. Only 3 games in 12 weeks, Hurd, and he's been out of sorts today. Salmon provides the lead. That's the way he goes. He sets himself the big fish, goes only with one hand. Rasciuto mops up. No one ready to kick it to. Probably should have held onto it a bit longer. Wants the boundary line. Wants it badly. It's running, it's rolling, and it finds it. Out of play, centre wing. Mark Rasciuto said earlier, youngest player out here at 18 years of age. Played 19 straight games for the Crows. Well done by Calthorpe to push it forward to O'Donnell, who's having a good turn. O'Donnell centering kick, Hurd gets set. Hard at the back. Buick tried to read it off the back. Salmon gets down. Cleverly, really, but was it a scoop? It was, so it's against him. And McDermott's free kick from centre half back.
Looked to play on, but the umpire's asking Chris McDermott to go back and, well, actually he's going to give it to Pittman, who eventually handballed away to McDermott. McDermott from right half back, kicks it out near the wing. Marking contest. Thompson very, very close there to Scott Lee. And the ball goes over for a boundary throw-in. Centre wing. Adelaide 13-12-90, lead Essendon 10-8-68. So 22 points is the advantage. Essendon wouldn't want it to be stretched any further than that. And they would love to get a goal or two in the remaining 7 3/4 minutes. Michael Long, kick towards full forward. Punched away by Rasciuto, but Essendon have got the numbers. Watson overrun it. Left it behind like a duck's egg. Oh, great smother there by Long. Watson still a chance. Got the footy underneath. Can't get clear. Pickman's little tap for Tregenza. Chopped off by Mercedes. Left foot kick to the front of the goals. Punched away. Goes back to half forward. Ola Renshaw in trouble. Gets the handball away. Gives away a bit of ground. Denham and Calthorpe combine. What can David Calthorpe do? Give another hand pass away. Bomber Thompson. No one there. McGuinness in trouble. Now Adelaide hold it up. And a critical one at that. 50 metres from the Essendon goal. A couple of times they looked a little dangerous. But Adelaide have been able to play very tight football across half-back.
Great pressure, wasn't it, Robbo, by the Adelaide defence. Essendon had possession, but they really couldn't do anything with it.
Somerville, but it's punched away by McGuinness. Scott Lee in a little bit of trouble, but does well. Gets the handball away to Visca.
Visca up towards Smart, with him Grenvold. Now Wanganeen and Liptak. Smart still swoops on it like he does so often. Deep in the pocket, drop punt, centering kick. Essendon get back, bad bounce, chance for Wigney. Still Wigney, the handball to nobody. Not good footy there, and Essendon concede a behind. A big chance there, bad bounce for the Bombers, and they were able to get away with it. Still limping a bit, Wanganeen, which is a worry for Essendon.
Well, he's been a bit quiet today, really, hasn't he, Bruce?
Liked his
kicks and 4 hand passes, but he's not the same influence as he's had right throughout the finals.
He was shifted pretty early, Bernie.
He was.
I thought he had an influence in this quarter. Off half-back for a while. Kick in. Wigney gets underneath. Tregenza at the back's got Jarman inside. He's got a couple of options here. Decides to take Ola Renshaw on and does it. And then chips away towards Modra. Fletcher goes very early. Liptak tried to get back. Handball away by Flood under pressure. And out of play. So Modra with 5 first-half goals. Hasn't really got into the game in this third quarter with Adelaide being outplayed.
Tregenza really could have gone for home there, Bruce, because Modra wasn't leading. He was kicking to a stationary target.
Liptak went without it. Grenville comes away from half-back.
Very, very ordinary kick. He was under a little bit of pressure, but he got no penetration. But Essendon combined in the centre of the ground. Somerville, good kick, Mercury. Mercury looks for Salmon, and the big foul Pittman. Is that 50 metres?
Oh, that hurt Salmon. He put the knees in, but
he didn't have to do it.
He's hurt himself too, Pittman, I think.
Well, Pittman had that knee problem in that first half. Oh, that was an excellent diving mark, though, by Salmon, wasn't it? Well, the crowd obviously saying, well, what about it? Because Fletcher, it happened to Fletcher in the first half. Let's see this again. Mark, and yes, 50 metres.
I'm with you.
50 metres.
Anyway, Salmon's got the football. Impressive stats. A chance to kick his fourth goal.
I just don't know how necessary it was to land right on top of him, Robbo.
23 points is the advantage, so Paul Salmon can bring it back to 17, and he does just that. 4 goals now for Paul Salmon. Tony Modra is the leading goal scorer on the ground with 5.
Yes, Paul Salmon, 2 goals in this quarter. It could so easily have been 3. He missed an easy one. Oh, look, I don't think Pittman too much. Not too many worries there about what his intentions were there with Pittman. Just dropping the knees right into Paul Salmon. Fortunately, it made no difference with that Salmon shot at goal.
Just under 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Essendon 11-8, Adelaide 13-13. They've kicked 5-2, the Bombers, to 1-1 in this quarter. Come right back into the game. Wren and Somerville. Salmon with 4 goals. Buick taps it forward long. Watson caught by Jarman that time. Watson, well done, held his ground against the odds. Buick's always dangerous, still dangerous. You'd give him a chance.
Not a bad free kick though. It means he's now going to kick it 50 metres plus.
Bickley legging when Buick seemingly was away.
He could have been home though. It's a very important free kick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this again. Desperation there by Bickley. Now that is a professional free kick, I suppose you call those, Robbo.
I know it's not in the rules of the game, but you really think he deserves 50 metres with that? I do.
50 metres?
Well, it's not in the rules of the game, but in the spirit of the game, the guy's away, it's illegal. He's going to kick a goal anyway.
For Buick. Bruce, I think it's important to note now that in the second term, Adelaide kicked 5 goals 8 to that right-hand end. One wonders whether there might be just a slight advantage going down to that end of the ground.
Well, remember Watson's floating goal early, but you also wonder just how many chances Adelaide had in that second quarter. They probably should have been 10 in front.
Exactly, there's that free kick again. And technically, what is a trip?
Yes.
If you want to get pedantic about it, I suppose.
Well, they've made a real surge now, Essendon. So what can Adelaide do to answer it? Liptak, run down by O'Donnell. Gets his kick away. Whitney can't control it. Chris Danaher. Chance for Modra. Flips it into the path of Brown. Good bump by Fletcher. But he's left Modra on his own. Modra's kick to the goal front. Jarman. Well done. He had his eyes on it.
Well, Brown's hurt behind play there too with that tackle, if you call it a tackle, from Fletcher.
Well, that was an excellent mark taken by Andrew Jarman. 7 kicks, 10 handballs, and now a chance to kick Adelaide's 14th goal.
So Scotty Lee coming off the ground again, but that is a good grab. Jarman, eyes only for the ball. He attacked the ball. He was about the only one. The others were worried about bodying. Scotty Lee off, and Wiedemann on again for the Crows.
Well, Andrew Jarman, you'd really expect him to kick this. Oh, a shocking kick. Bruce, would you? One of the most efficient players in the competition, and he misses from 15 metres.
12-8 to 13-14.
Hard to understand, isn't it? Hard to understand. Finals pressure, that's about all you could put it down to, Robbo. He'd get out there on Tuesday night and he wouldn't miss one from that area of the ground.
Flood goes wide. Anderson in the front spot. Cowthorpe, who's gone on to Anderson this term. Wiedemann tapped it forward. Somerville looks for the boundary line and finds it. Well, you look back at a couple in the second quarter. Wiedemann sprayed 2 or 3. Wren ran into an open goal and missed. Jarman missing that one. 13-14 to 12-8. Smart goes. Bickley, left-hand handball, gave it away to O'Donnell, to Denham, and the Bombers are away again. Denham stretching McGuinness, in fact running away from him. Oh, how far did he run? Goes to Salmon, Ring gets back, couldn't take it. Chance here for Rashuto. Important play here with 2.5 minutes remaining in this term. Ola Renshaw's had a good term on Tregenza, and Tregenza keeps it in, and now out of play. Down to the last 2 minutes in the third quarter. Essendon within 2 goals. They were 7 behind at half-time.
I'll tell you who's done a pretty good job today, and that's Denham and McGuinness. McGuinness has had 11 and 4. He has been averaging about 28.
Denham's had 22 posses himself.
Long, Ola Renshaw. Here are the two in question. Denham and McGuinness. McGuinness went to ground, pushing the back. It looked like they had no free kick. McDermott in trouble. Tregenza tries to break the tackle. Here's McGuinness again. Good-looking kick to Liptak. Liptak can size up a couple of chances. Smart now. Modra goes for Fletcher to cut it off. Chance here for Bickley or Jarman and Somerville. A big ball coming up. Somerville off the ground. Will it go out? Modra gets back. He'll have some time to set it up. From 50 metres, goes short, looking for Wigney. Oh, well played. Just got rid of Flood too easily. Hip and shoulder. Flood protesting.
Wasn't it, Bruce? Far too easily. Body on body there, Wigney.
Modra's done very well. 5 goals and a couple of handballs. Nice kick there. Kept his head.
It's an important kick.
Oh, huge kick, isn't it?
If he could slot this through.
Wouldn't it be handy?
Advantage, three-quarter time.
We're inside the last minute.
You tried the banana, wouldn't you, Robbo? If you could kick the banana.
Well, he'd have to. Hasn't he learnt that over there?
No, he's going on the left boot.
Misses.
Missed everything.
The whole lot.
The banana was really the kick there.
Affectionately known in Adelaide as a checkside.
Checkside punt.
Checkside punt, definitely, Robbo.
Better than a banana, isn't it?
I think so. You've been kicking it for a few years.
Yes, they've taught... that kick has been very, very well used over the years. Flood, his kick. Wren punches it back. But O'Donnell chops it off. Just seconds left. Short kick, Mercury. Takes a punt. Long. Oh, did it well. If they mark this with seconds left, they can't take the mark. Mercedes, Buick, siren sounds, no score. Missed anyway. So I think they're in for an absolute cliffhanger. With 30 minutes of the preliminary final left to play, Adelaide lead by 12 points, 13-14 to 12-8. I think one of the most interesting statistics there is that Essendon were very, very down with handballs in the first half, and they've lifted that. They doubled their handball tally in that third quarter. They had there 43 handballs to 25, and just 6 more kicks, but I just got the feeling that there might have been some instructions to make sure they took a few risks.
What the old Ron Barassi instructions, Robbo, handball at all costs after half-time.
You're 7 goals behind. I mean, you've got to do a few things, don't you? You've got to take a few risks.
Also, centre breaks there, Robbo, in favour of Essendon, 6-2. I think Graham Corns would be a little bit worried. Momentum certainly swung Essendon's way.
Hodges back on for Adelaide in the goal square with Modra.
Somerville plays an important role, Bruce, doesn't he? Doing all the ruck work, it enables Kevin Sheedy to leave the big, tall fellow in the goal square.
And he's kicked 4 today, Salmon. Brian Sheen about to start the final term. What excitement here at the MCG. An enormous roar goes up. Adelaide leads by 2 goals. 13-14 to 12-8. Essendon coming home with a wet sail. Wren gets the tap. Oh, Long held it up beautifully against Bickley. O'Donnell off the ground. Or Denham it was. Long again, who's been absolutely brilliant. Quick kick away by Rashuto.
Long shirt too. And Bickley dumped him after he kicked that ball. A little bit of strife there, Michael Long.
Anderson from centre wing. Long running onto it. You can see that he is not 100%. Grenfold goes to ground. 24 free kicks to 13 in favour of Essendon.
He is still in a lot of strife there, Michael Long. There he is, dragged after he kicked that ball. Looked as if the left knee may have buckled a little bit underneath him.
Well, he did well to get out there and make a contest with Mark Bickley. And good play there by Mercury. Tried to get it to Calthorpe, but Andrew Jarman chips in. He kicks it in towards the centre of the ground. They must take a mark here. No, the possession is important though. Wigney away for Tregenza. Tregenza's short kick. Who's on the end of this? Scott Hodges. What can he do? Kick. Not all that good. Modra left it behind. Flood. In short, Somerville. Short kick again. Not too bad. O'Donnell will take it over because he really had no one to give it to if he'd have taken possession.
Yeah, good smother there in that passage of play also by Dustin Fletcher on that kick by Scott Hodges.
Boundary throw in about 70 metres around from the Adelaide goal. The first goal, all that important. O'Donnell smothered. Got the hand pass away. Calthorpe caught. Well done, Andrew Jarman. Little possession there for McGuinness, then Anderson. And if they get a goal out of this, they can nearly thank Andrew Jarman again. Top effort, Modra. Little kick. Too far. Michael Long takes the mark. I think it was meant for Whitney. Chris Danaher. Handball over the top, Denham. Essendon taking a few risks. Denham runs up near the wing. His third bounce. Handball over the top. Creativity good. James Hird. A high kick. Back there is Rashudo. Couldn't take the mark. Goes after it again. Got a little toe poke to it. Ben Hart's in trouble. Kick off the ground. Too far. Free kick to Essendon.
It was good play out of defence. They chanced their hand there, Essendon. Michael Long handballing quickly, getting the run. Denham with about 3 or 4 bounces. Wasn't a great finish by James Hird. But unfortunately for the Crows, that kick coming off the boot of Ben Hart sailing over the boundary line.
Well, it's Buick. Pretty good kick for goal. Oh, he's got it! He's kicked 5. A magnificent kick by Buick. As we see Scott Lee on the bench. And Essendon pull to within 1 straight kick of the Crows.
He's a great finisher, Darren Buick. Has kicked 5 goals for the afternoon, 50 goals for the season, second only to Paul Salmon, who has kicked now 60 for the season. He kicked 2 fabulous goals last week against the West Coast from similar positions.
13-8 to 13-14. Essendon coming home. Bickley's handball over the top. Tregenza gives it off to McGuinness. Running wide. Goes wide. Flood should take it. Where's Hodges and Modra? They're miles behind at the moment. Flood goes away. Neither Hodges or Modra moving too freely at the moment. I can tell you Hodges lumbering as Ollie Renshaw takes it out of play.
And 3 Crows there around him too, so fortunately he went out of bounds there, Bruce.
Well, that was a pretty ordinary delivery by McGuinness. Did you think in the finish?
He's been forced wide a lot again today, Tony McGuinness. He said that happened last week against Carlton, but I think he's been forced wide also again today.
Denham over the top of it. Jarman held onto. Gives the handball away to McGuinness. Turns back inside to Tregenza. To McDermott. Trying to set something up. McDermott goes towards Maynard. Now up forward. Thompson at the back of him. Taken by Thompson. Had a tremendous third quarter. He's been a great lift to his team. O'Donnell streams away. Watson provides a path. Still O'Donnell through the centre square. Unchallenged in the end. Salmon underneath it. Pittman under pressure. Mercury to Buick. Great tackle on Buick. Masiti, Mercury, Pittman with him. Wren there and out of play. So the Bombers within a goal. 76,380 people here.
They did well then, those Adelaide boys, under a lot of pressure. Pittman up over the top. Tries to get it to Tregenza. But some good work put in there by Calthorpe as Hodges comes from the ground to be replaced by Wiedemann.
So hasn't given them a great opportunity, has he, on the forward line, I don't think, this afternoon. He's whipped him off on a couple of occasions very quickly, Scott Hodges.
There's a chance for Essendon. Buick may get his 6th goal. No, he misses to the left.
Free kick to Buick. He's going to get a free kick.
Yes, Pushard free kicked it there, the umpire indicating.
Well, this kick will level the scores if it's straight.
The umpire in question there is Darren Goldspink. Let's have a look at this in replay. A little bit of a shove there from Rashudo. Not a lot in it, Robbo.
Well, you're not allowed to do it, are you?
No,
I mean, it's just
technically it's a free kick.
So Buick has a second chance from just over 20 metres, pretty well straight in front. So you would nearly write this down for a goal. He's got it, scores a level. the first quarter was the last time that Essendon had the lead. So it's been a mighty struggle. Kevin Sheedy still looking concerned. As we have another look at why Darren Buick got a second chance there.
Yeah, not a malicious shove there from Rashudo. But it has given the chance for Buick to kick his sixth and level the scores. What a second half performance by the Bombers.
Scores are level at the MCG. Liptak out of the centre, Grenville. Now Smart's on the back line and Whitney at centre half forward. I reckon that's a worry for the Crows. Surely Smart's still their best option as a forward. Tregenza, Jarman, Smart to run it through centre wing. Goes high and long. Modra in the front spot. Fletcher sits on him. At the back, Flood. Snared by Thompson. Good tackle. Wiedemann.
Maybe Bruce, they're looking for the run out of halfback, which Nigel Smart can provide, but I still think I agree with you that he is a better option playing at centre half forward than Stuart Wigney.
Only kicked one goal since half time. You've got to kick goals to win. 8 of the last 9 goals for the Bombers. Wigney gets the tap. Liptak runs deep into the pocket. Under pressure. Left foot. Well, very loose and very poor without rubbing it in. He's kicked 2 out of bounds on the fall and kicked 1 goal too. Last 2 shots for goal have both been out on the fall. Wanganeen to bring it in. 14-8 to 13-14.
Good kick by Gavin Wanganeen, wide to the wing, and an excellent mark taken by the much discussed player, Nigel Smart. He's been called to play on, and he tries the torpedo punt. Didn't quite come off. Is that a mark? No, play on. Modra's got the football. Dustin Fletcher is there, but the umpire will bounce. Tony Modra quite happy with that decision, so obviously not even near a mark.
No draw in a preliminary final. Extra time to be played, remember that.
Grenville close to the boundary line. Wanganeen can't control it, and we'll have another boundary throw in. It's about 30 metres around from the Crows' goal, so any score by them will give them the lead. There's still plenty of time left. 18 minutes. Graham Corns, the fingernails just lessening with every second. Wanganeen, chance for Maynard. No, free kick to Wanganeen in the back. Bit fortunate, I would have thought. 28, free kicks to 13. Grenville takes the mark just inside the 50-metre area. Adelaide's left half forward.
To centre wing. Wren's big stretch, takes the mark. Gives it off to McGuinness. They want to lift from McGuinness in the last quarter. Centering kick. Modra sets himself. Going high with him was Flood. Waiting for it, Thompson. Flood over the top. Thompson tries to get through. Gets it to Wanganeen beautifully. Wanganeen chips it over to Denham, who's been great. To Wanganeen. Essendon go forward of centre. The kick is a long one. Buick! And his name written on it. Couldn't take it. Salmon goes to ground. Hart gets back. Gives away a quick handball. Smart with a bit of time. Stops, props, goes wide. Jarman versus Wanganeen. Jarman pushes him in the back. Free kick Wanganeen.
Very undisciplined by Andrew Jarman, I would have thought.
Yes, and very obvious, Robbo. The left hand in the back of Wanganeen.
To O'Donnell. Things happening for the Bombers now. O'Donnell.
He's called the play on.
To Flood. Broke Wiedemann very easily. Flood to centre half forward. Rashuto, well played. Ran away that time from Buick and took the mark.
He's a good young player.
The big chance, Robbo, was that last mark dropped by Buick, wasn't it?
Yeah,
he was in beautiful position to take it.
Well, there's still a chance here, Adelaide. They've got possession of the football, which is the biggest problem, but a shocking kick by Tony McGuinness. You realise that he probably didn't have much to kick to, but...
well, most unlike Tony McGuinness, isn't it?
Yes, it was.
He's been a great little player all year, one of the favourites for the Brownlow.
Oh, here's a good interception by Tregenza. And a great smother. Brilliant smother, Wanganeen. Jarman with the football, caught by Thompson. Could be penalised? No. Oh, boy.
And Wanganeen may have hurt himself in that fantastic smother.
See Smart drifting down to centre half forward.
Here it is. Tregenza doing some terrific work, but then Wanganeen, what a smother that was.
Well, the bounce of the ball just forward of the wing in Adelaide's attacking half. Ruck contest taken by Bickley. Very awkward left foot kick. Bounce is awkward. Wiedemann nearly swooped on it. Smart was the tackler. In goes Wiedemann again to really rev it up there on the 50-metre line. Mark Thompson there for Essendon, and it was really good stuff by Wiedemann. Well, no comment. Darren Goldspink and Brian Sheehan bounce just inside 50 metres. Essendon get clear. Bomber Thompson. Short. Denham marks.
Been a great play today, Denham. Swings around onto his left foot. Always running. To centre half forward to kick. Front spot Hurd. Hurd goes with a chip to Salmon. Pittman gets into his back. Thumps it away. Salmon after it. Out of play. Scores a level in the preliminary final.
It wasn't a great kick there from James Hurd. Sat up a little bit too high, didn't it, for Paul Salmon, giving Pittman the chance to thump it away.
7 goals in front, the Crows at half-time. Dead set level here. Salmon. Pittman. Still Salmon. Now Ben Hart. Squeeze a little kick away. Bickley got an awkward bounce. Handball gave it away in a hurry. McDermott against the flow. Caught. Gets the handball away. Maynard gives it to long stages. Watson important. O'Donnell should go. Goes and puts it through. The Bombers are in front. For the first time since the 12-minute mark of the first quarter.
Well, this has been an amazing comeback by the Bombers as Joe Mercedes comes off the ground to be replaced by Derek Higgett. Enormous pressure and great work by the Bombers forwards. There by Mark McCurry on Chris McDermott, but here's the finish from O'Donnell.
Well, the character of Adelaide will really be tested now. We've got 14 minutes left and Essendon have the lead. O'Donnell again. Denham. Very quick possession. Picked up beautifully by Hurd. Close to the ground. That was brilliant. A man with a crook hamstring. He'll go for goal. The kick is very long. No mark taken. Oh, nearly Calthorpe. He had 2 goes at it. McDermott appealing for the free kick. Nothing happening. Bounce of the ball in the goal square. 3 metres from Essendon's goal.
This has
Bombers
been
a chance again.
Absolutely amazing turnaround by the Bombers. 7 goals down at half-time. Gee, they've shown some character, haven't they, in this second half?
Well, the reward is a chance to play in a grand final. Scott Lee on the bench with Scott Hodges. Adelaide bench looking a little anxious now. They have to work to get the lead back. Buick. Wide, O'Donnell misses it. Clean Baldy. Lip tap into the path of Rashudo. Watson worked very, very hard in that contest. McDermott spills for lip tap. Handball, Rashudo does well. Kicks it wide towards the wing. He wants this to go out. And it will. So with 13 minutes left, Essendon lead by 6 points. Boundary throw in O'Donnell. Tackled by Liptak, didn't have the ball. Advantages with Essendon. Buicks has the football. He's kicked into the board, centre half forward. Ben Hart couldn't take the mark. Could have nearly been awarded a free kick. Salmon gets the ball clear. Calthorpe smothered. Kick it, leaves it behind. Goes after it again. Paddling the ball in front of himself. No free kick. And the umpire surely will have to come in and bounce.
Gary O'Donnell very important in this turnaround also, Robbo. 12 kicks and 11 hand passes. Ricky Olorenshaw has come into the game also in this second half. 10 kicks and 10 hand passes.
12 minutes remaining. Smart is at centre half forward for Adelaide. Renton wins the tap. Hurts did very well. Kick around the body. Bouncing ball still in play. Salmon. Still Salmon. Pittman puts a tackle on. McDermott can't quite break away. Essendon with a charge. Watson snapshot. It's a goal. Is it across the face? Missing. Well, that would have tested the old stand here at the MCG had that gone through.
1 goal, 1 to Timmy Watson. After half-time, it's been 9 goals, 3 to Essendon, 1 goal, 2 to the Crows.
And an important point, Bruce. Just breaks that slight deadlock. 7 points now, their advantage.
McDermott straight down the centre. Tregenza running onto it. Still Tregenza. Quick give to Jarman. Jarman to Modra. Oh, that's good.
Beautifully weighted kick, wasn't it?
Remember against Hawthorn when the Hawks looked home and hosed and Liptak kicked that goal against the run as Maynard comes off for Lee. Adelaide didn't lay down that day and they're still in with a big chance here. Jarman's finish was
perfect as it was earlier in the match.
Yeah, they went the shortest possible route to get to this kick from Tony Modra. Coming in for goal number 6 for Tony Modra if he kicks this.
Buick's got 6 at the other end. Modra back, drop punt, oh, close. It's got it. 6 for Modra. Adelaide's first goal since the 16-minute mark of the third quarter, and only their second goal in the second half.
Yes, and there's a player that set that up there. Andrew Jarman with that short pass. A long kick down the ground there, not able to take that mark was James Hird running onto a Tregenza. Little give there to the very good finisher there in Andrew Jarman. Terrific kick, great lead there from Tony Modra.
Oh, what a terrific game of football. Both sides being tested to the limit. Wren, long. O'Donnell, a quick kick. Centre half forward contest. Ball rebounds, kick it. Shot for goal, no, free kick. Going to Adelaide to be taken possibly by Ben Hart. Didn't quite see what that was for. But that free kick ledger still looking very, very uneven. 30 to 14. Ben Hart wide, looks for Wren, can't take the mark. The big fella goes after it. Taken by Wanganeen, grabbed when he got rid of the ball. Now the advantage is with Essendon. Watson has it. Beautiful kick by Watson. Hird on his own. Hart had come down the ground.
Well weighted,
gave James Hird just that little bit of space.
Yeah, well weighted. There's the free kick against Bickley. Advantage paid. Tim Watson hasn't had a huge influence on the game, but what he does is all class, Tim Watson.
Well, another important kick. Can James Hird kick a goal this time? Looks pretty good. He's happy with it. James Hird's first goal for the day. And Essendon lead again by 7 points.
This is a replay. Bit of a thump away there by Somerville. Out of defence. Bickley, a professional free kick there again by Bickley, but spilling to Timmy Watson. Advantage paid on this occasion.
Professional free kick, which has cost him the second goal for the match from Bickley.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. He did the other one on Buick.
And you keep goaling from professional free kicks. I wonder how professional they are.
Good point.
16-9, 14-14. In the game. O'Donnell's been magnificent.
When he jumped into the hard turf.
Well, we saw Michael Long get a hard one earlier on in this quarter.
Well, they reckon it's like concrete, talking to some of the reserves players.
Penetrometer 2.2.
That's lightning fast, Robbo. That's concrete. Wren, Long, trying to get through. Bickley, Hart in trouble, caught. Handball away, Jarman, good handball. McGuinness, centering kick, all right for Modra. Goes early, chance for Liptak. Still with an opportunity now, goes back inside, Smart. And Liptak, oh, trouble here. Symbolic of what's happened in this second half. Don't hurt it. Adelaide in trouble. Holding it up.
Yes, very ordinary hand pass, wasn't it? In the forward line, spilling in front of Nigel Smart, made it very difficult for him. Centre breaks in this last quarter again in favour of Essendon. It's been 10-4 since half-time.
Sean Wren takes the ball. Andrew Jarman. It finishes with Tregenza. His kick in towards half-forward. Nigel Smart can't take the mark. Grinvold running onto it, Brown. He can handball it away. No, he goes for goal and misses. Well, he could have given it to Modra.
Yeah, but then Modra had his back to the goal there, Robbo, so Brown really should not have missed that from 20 metres. Very important miss. Greg Anderson in trouble off the ground.
Well, he hasn't really been an important player in the last quarter. David Flood, 16-9 to 14-15. Still just one straight kick the difference. Players down on this near side, O'Donnell and Calthorpe, but he goes in short and finds Fletcher. Fletcher can come wide. There's plenty of players down here still in front of us. And he eventually goes long. Looks for Somerville. Good kick. Somerville marks behind Maynard. And there's a player on his own. Have a look at this. The captain's got away. He can give the hand pass to O'Donnell, and he does. O'Donnell running beautifully. Jarman is the chaser, but O'Donnell kicks it to the goal front. Salmon can't mark. Could be a big turnaround here. Visca can go down the far side of the ground. Player in the middle is Wiedemann, but he goes long. Looks for McGuinness. Important possession here. Denham gives away a free kick. McGuinness will take it. 16 and 6 for McGuinness. And Denham, on the other hand, 15 and 12. So they've had a great battle. Tony McGuinness. Can Adelaide get a goal, which would level the scores once again? Goes in short. Nigel Smart's made good position away from Grenville.
David Grenville gave him 20 metres, Robbo.
Too much in a critical last 7 or 8 minutes of a preliminary final. Modra running back to the goal square. Nigel Smart summing it up. Goes into the pocket. Looks for Wigney, but too short. Wanganeen, easy chest mark.
Gee, not the right option, was it?
No, shocking option, Bruce, going into that pocket.
Poor kick, poor option.
There wasn't even a committed lead into the pocket.
Well, surely
so I don't know why he kicked it there.
Modra's been great today, but surely it's his responsibility to make the big move. Now Tregenza chips it cleverly to Wiedemann. Adelaide well and truly in this game. They've stopped the Essendon flow. They're coming back. High ball. Modra will take a fly. In the front spot was Wren. Goes to ground. Danaher and Liptak out of play. Anderson situation, Max Stevens.
Greg Anderson, Bruce, has a thigh injury. It's not a hamstring, a thigh injury, and will not be taking any further part in the game.
Somerville and Wren. Somerville punches it out again. 1 goal the difference. 6 minutes remaining in the preliminary final. The time to really stand up now. Wren, who has played his heart out. Smart from the side. Chris Danaher's had a quiet one. Smart did very well. Still was Smart. Handball wild though. Danaher straight to the boundary line, out of play. Essendon keeping the ball away from the Adelaide goal square with 5.5 minutes remaining.
Well, it'll be an interesting 5.5 minutes, won't it? Wren doing the ruck work. Up over the top was Fletcher. Bashes it outside 50 metres. Ola Renshaw takes it over. So momentarily out of the danger zone for the Bombers. Dustin Fletcher playing on Modra. Modra's kicked 6 goals. Adelaide have kicked 14. Somerville handball. Visca. McGuinness. Caught and should be penalised. No.
Yeah, I thought that was a good tackle, Robbo. I was with you.
Free kick to Visca.
Oh, sorry,
Visca before that. Okay.
Yep. So Adelaide can breathe again. Mark Visca to kick them back to within scoring distance. Goes into the pocket. Maynard punched away there by Calthorpe. Was a good effort. And we'll have another boundary throw in as Kickett comes off the ground to be replaced by Joe Mercedes. Opportunity here for Adelaide. Maynard, snapshot for goal. Doesn't get the distance. Modra, no, too early. Should have been free kick. Danaher's got the football. And in the back, he'll take the free kick.
Good courage there by Chris Danaher. Played a great game last week against West Coast Eagles. Put his body in and deserved the free kick.
From full-back, Essendon leading by a goal. With 4 minutes remaining in the preliminary final. Wide. Bird goes up. Had a very good last quarter. He's really turned it around for himself. At half-back. O'Donnell's very short note decides to come out wide. Mercury, punch away from Visca. Buick, 6 goals today. What a player he's been. Out of play at centre wing. 1 goal separating the two teams. 3.5 minutes to go. Hurd goes for it with Bickley. Gives it away towards Calthorpe. Maynard over the top, long. Calthorpe jumps on top of it. Wiedemann looks for a free kick. Not getting it, and again a bounce at centre wing. They're very tired, these players. A break either way, so important here. Will it be the Bombers to sew it up with another goal, or Adelaide to tie the scores? Wren and Watson. The kick smothered by Mercury. The handball by Rasciuto. Wren got a hard bump. Kick away by Denham. And out of play at centre wing.
Educated kick that one from Sean Denham. Essendon would be very happy to have the ball out of bounds for a while here, Robbo, with the clock running down.
Well, with really nothing happening, they've got the ball nearly the length of the ground, haven't they? Boundary throw in, Hurd, McDermott, handball wide, McGuinness, no, Mercury the tackler. Boundary umpire will throw it in. We're down under 3 minutes. The Adelaide fans need to barrack a little harder. Their team trail. Michael Long bashes it close to the boundary line. Once again it goes over. Precious seconds ticking away. Essendon have the lead by 6 points. The ball at left half forward for the Bombers. Sean Wren gets the tap out. Not to anyone in particular. In after it went Bickley. And the umpire will call again for a bounce. Michael Long trying to assert his authority. Comes up with the football. Time remaining up in the left-hand corner.
And the clock's still running down, so precious seconds being used up here.
Wren and Hurd. Ball comes clear. McDermott just gets his foot to it. Wide to the wing. Free kick going to Essendon. Taken by Kelthorpe. Not much in that.
Don't know about that free kick.
32 free kicks to 16.
But a very important one nonetheless.
Kelthorpe. Just holding it up, which is good. He's only a young player too. 1 minute 30. Kelthorpe kicks it to within goal scoring distance for Essendon. High flyer Ring couldn't mark. Salmon with the footy. Buick. He's kicked 6. The kick slews off the side of his boot. Ola Renshaw favoured by the bounce. He's got it. Dispossessed by Tregenza. Very important possession here. Taken by Brown. Wanganeen's got him. Did he have the football? One wonders. Away goes Ola Renshaw. To Wanganeen. In short, Watson. Shorter again, Mercury. No, Watson gets around. Forced to kick with the left. It slews off the side of his boot. Centre half back for Adelaide. Very important possession. Watson's got it. Watson goes for goal. Look at this. Patrick Naylor's down. Essendon are home in the preliminary final thanks to a goal kicked by Timmy Watson. Graham Corn shakes his head in disbelief after being 7 goals in front at half-time.
Well, he should shake his head too, because what a turnaround it's been by the Bombers. 11 goals since the half-time break. Timmy Watson kicking his second. He kicked one in the first quarter, and that one a very important one to seal the game for the Bombers.
Inside the last 45 seconds, Essendon 2 goals in front. Oh, Liptak, who to? Smart, caught, savaged almost. Liptak again, Wanganeen, who's played a brilliant second half, out wide. McGuinness, but time's going to beat Adelaide now. They've had plenty of chances. Still McGuinness. Goes to the goal square with a long one. Modra at the back, and it's through from behind. So Adelaide up to 14-16 to 17-9. And that will be the last score in the match. Essendon has qualified for its 26th grand final. And next week will be playing Carlton. It's been one of the most remarkable games in the long history of this great game. To be 7 goals behind at half-time. That's it. Well, what a performance. 8 of them 20 or under. Dead set gone at half-time. No way out. The door was locked. They got out of jail.
It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, you really have to admire. They've got a good sprinkling of the older experienced players too.
Don
Scott's got an interview on the ground.
Don?
Gary O'Donnell, well done. Fantastic, Don. You know, 7 down half-time. We've been persistent all year, and we showed it today, and got up in the throat there. Great win.
It was a fantastic tackle. I don't know if you remember it, by Wanganeen on David Brown just over here.
Yeah, made the difference. Ball went out to Tim, and Tim kicked the goal. Fantastic.
What about the turnaround? What happened at half-time?
Oh, well, we just perhaps didn't settle in as well as we might have, but we just focused on the things we've been doing well this year at half-time, and we come out and did them.
Well, congratulations. I'll let you get back to the files, and good luck next week.
Thank you, Don.
Essendon by 11 points in the preliminary final. The final scores, the Bombers have won 17-9-111 to Adelaide 14-16-100.
Australian Football Video presents
the best gift idea in 100 years. 100 years of Australian football on video. The complete history of the game for only $34.95. Plus, centenary celebrations. All the action and celebration of the AFL's centenary year for only $24.95. Or buy them both in the special centenary double pack and save $9.95 at these stores now.
They aren't all big men. And they aren't all bad men. But they are all wild men. Meet the wild men of footy in this behind-the-scenes eye-opener, out now on video. Footy's wild men on video. From Captain Blood to Tony Lockett. And not a whim in sight. Get yours at these stores now.